All of us need to hone the idea of storytelling, and we need to take it. We need to really be on the move all the time, talking about it, if we understand it, or asking questions on how to understand it better if we need that. Because if we don't, there is no way you are going to know, no?
Storytelling has drama over here. As we keep telling people, that there's a way to tell stories, right? You have to construct stories. Whereas every day in our business is a story in itself, right? Every day is a journey. Every day things happen. Things that we learn from, things that we use our genius to resolve. So yesterday, I had a meeting with a young man in Nigeria. And he's come along and he wants to write a book. He wants to write a book about his mother's life story. I'm going to help them to write the story. How do we write the story? So I think that it's a mixture of trying to get the right information from different places. Trying to find the pieces that make up this woman's life. It was so much easier if they had worked intentionally from time, right? It's the same thing in business, my friends. We all wait till one day we think, oh, I'm going to start telling stories. See, the thing about life is that everything goes so quick. Don't write it down, it passes you by. Tomorrow's story is different to today's story. And we're so quick at forgetting today's story tomorrow because we hold on to what's gone wrong. The good things in life we just let fly by.
Hi, and thank you for checking out this short clip from Obehi Podcast. I'm Obehi Ewafo, the host of the Obehi Podcast. This short clip was created from a full episode where we dive deep into this conversation. To see the entire video, all you need to do is to click on the link in the description of this video. Now, while you are there, I want to share something with you quickly. Are you a purpose-driven entrepreneur? Do you want to cut across the noise and attract the right audience, leveraging the power of storytelling? Now pay attention. I'm currently working on a signature program to help you own your story and stand out for the competition. It's a 5-step journey to help reshape your professional and business narrative so you can drive success and stand out in the competition. And in less than 90 days. The link is what you see on your screen, academy.aclasses.org/story. Now this is what we have understood. Storytelling is the most powerful instrument that is known to man. And this is what this could mean to you. You could either choose to own your story and leverage it to amplify your message and whatever you represent in this world, or some other person could own that story. The choice is yours. So why not take advantage of your story and use it wherever you are, whether you are in business environment or you are a professional individual who want to be able to build your influence and leave a legacy behind because you represent something. You are owning your story. You are somebody whose story is important. So the choice again is yours. Now let's get started with this short clip.
Anyway, so let me come back to the storytelling thing. So yesterday, I had a meeting with a young man in Nigeria. So it was referred by one of my audio room co-hosts. So basically, he's come along and he wants to write a book. I'm like, really? You want to write a book? Okay. What do you want to write about? He wants to write a book about his mother's life story. His mother's 70, and obviously they think she's on her way out. So, but the lady's gone through a life of hardship and success. Oh, David, welcome. To David first, the first in the audience. He's one of my longest serving clients. Me and David go back, what, 2015, 2016, David? No, 2018 to be out, 2018. Now, David runs a skincare company I'm going to bring to everyone on LinkedIn.
That is lovely. And of course, he could come to the stage also to share with us. We love the story.
No, true. He has a story to tell for sure. So now we're going to do audio rooms, but I think this is the first look at audio rooms. So I'm glad you're here, David. He's got a lovely wife who they said they will be known before time passes all of us. They've got something that every lady in this room needs, and every man needs as well. If you're going bored as well, David is one you want to talk to for sure. We've got brands and products that definitely work, and so that's why I worked with them for so long. But, our time will come, David. Anyway, this is an audio room, right? Now, literally, we invite people around the world. They will come. We'll talk to them. We hear your thoughts as well. I talked about the young man that I spoke to yesterday. So he wants to write a book about his mother's life story. I mean, the lady's 70 now. She raised 5 kids by herself as a single mother. She was cast out of her village for being the wrong religion. You're like, what? And literally, this woman is she's won. So they want to tell her story. That's where I come into it. I'm going to help them to write the story. How do we write the story? So I think that it's a mixture of trying to get the right information from different places. Trying to find the pieces that make up this woman's life. It was so much easier if they had worked intentionally from time, right? Where they make notes. Some of the journaling is a great way to start writing your story. When business is, I think it's the same thing in business, my friends. We all wait till one day we think, oh, I'm going to start telling stories. Whereas every day in our business is a story in itself, right? Every day is a journey. Every day things happen. Things that we learn from, things that we use our genius to resolve. See, the thing about life is that everything goes so quick. Don't write it down, it passes you by. Tomorrow's story is different to today's story. And we're so quick in forgetting today's story tomorrow because we hold on to what's gone wrong. The good things in life we just let fly by. That's a tragedy of humanity. It really is. So I love talking to storytelling because I think it's a great way to talk to people, to engage them, to really make them see your point of view, to see why you're different to everyone else. Obehi mentioned it briefly. We could just reel off features and benefits of our products or services, but nothing tells people what you really like and what you really do more than someone you've helped already. And they say, here's how it worked. Here's their experience. Here's what happened. Here's what I did. Here's what they did. And then that's why the storytelling has drama over here. As we keep telling people, there's a way to tell stories, right? You have to construct stories in a way that's engaging. Today's question really, I think, hits at the nub of storytelling. Is it working? Is it working or not? How do you know if it's working? There's simple strategies we're going to share with you, my friends. If you want to come and share how you judge your storytelling in your business, please do raise your hand, come and share with us.
Thank you so much for that. That's the point. And of course, we believe that we are, me and Annie, we're not the only one that uses storytelling. Now, this is one thing I like about LinkedIn, is that when you set up the audio room, people come on their own. The people that come are already fitted actually because they are interested in that specific topic that they want to talk about, which means that each and every one of you are interested in either sharing about storytelling or want to learn about storytelling. But this is my advice. You are not just going to be a spectator. You are supposed to be you need to choose what you even want to learn if you are sort of new to storytelling. Today, for example, I was exchanging a kind of a chat with somebody who was telling me that because I sent her a free copy of the first chapter of the book series to read, and she was saying, well, I have no idea, I don't have any understanding of storytelling, but I'm going to read it without pleasure. Then of course I will let you know what I think, because that is what I usually ask people. After I have sent you the free chapter, after you have read it, let me know, because even me, I don't know everything. I believe and I understand that I don't know everything. So I rely on the feedback of people to know what I might need to correct, even in this book that is already written. So what I'm essentially saying is that all of us need to hone the idea of storytelling, and we need to take it. We need to really be on the move all the time, talking about it, if we understand it, or asking questions on how to understand it better if we need that. Because if we don't, like anyone was saying before, what you don't ask, there is no way you are going to know, no? Because me and Annie, of course, we are here now talking about storytelling, but we have a kind of an assumption of what you want to know, of what is important to you. But this is 2024 now. I wanted to say 2023 because now we are actually already transcended. This is 2024 now. It is your time to say, this is what I want to understand. For example, what are actually the KPI of measuring a business storytelling? And what even make a difference? What is different? What separates a business storytelling from other type of storytelling? Thank you for checking out this video. Are you getting enough value from it? You see, this video was created for the purpose of adding value to you. So if this video make any sense to you, let me know in the comment section below. I'm interested in understanding what you take away from this video and if it makes sense to you, so we can provide more. But let's return to the video. Because if you have some challenges in those areas and you point those out, either in your question or in your reflection, then you will have answer to them. But what if you don't say anything about it? Then you go home with your assumption. Now, why I usually say, of course, I'm saying all this one to tell you that any of you is qualified as a candidate to come up and say, okay, this is how I'm using storytelling. This is what I want to understand about storytelling. I know this, I don't know that. Because it is your time. You are here on your, nobody forced you to be here. You are here because you want to learn. You are here because you want to dominate the conversation. You cannot just be a spectator. Listen, you are good enough the way you are. I want to repeat that again. You are good enough the way you are. Nobody is better than you. This is how you know that nobody is like you, because you are genuine, you are unique, you are who you are, original. So whatever you might consider as, okay, maybe I'm not going to be able to do this like this or do that, forget it. They're not important. Those are just excuses. So you can pick up the microphone and say your own point of view of the conversation, because that is absolutely fundamental. So I encourage each and every one of you who is maybe already using storytelling in your business. I want to help other people, because it's not all the time we want to take. Sometimes we also want to give, because this is a kind of a community setup in that sometimes you already know, you already learn about what we are talking about. But why don't you give also to other people who want to learn? You can just raise your hand and say, okay, this is how I do it. That is opportunity for people to learn from you. But if you don't know how, you could just come up also and say, I would have loved to do this, but I don't know how. In any way, you are going to go home with a lot of advantages, which are there. That one way, you don't know it, now you know it going home. The other way, you know it, you share with people, you're also going to go home happier, because now you have enriched the life of other people. So it is important that we are partaker in the conversation. So like I was saying before, business storytelling is different from other type of storytelling in that you already have your KPI already set up, in that you have a clear objective. Now, let me tell you one thing. In 2015, I wrote a book that I titled Amen the Stream Water. Now, that book is accepted as a book to be read at the University of Verona, the city where I am, because I presented it there at the university and also in other places. Now, that book, by then, 2015, I have no idea that I was going to be talking about storytelling. But of course, like I often say, all of us are storytellers from birth. We have been talking about storytelling for a very long time. So that book actually began in storytelling. In that the book began with, in the evening, all the children are gathered, an old man is telling their story. Now, this is what we have always been used to. In the evening, we listen to a story. But there is something peculiar also about that book. I was saying at the point. Now, if you have been telling story to children every day for, like I say, 1 year, at the end of 1 year, all the story should be over. What are you talking about? Are you, even though you are talking to them about what is in the encyclopedia, you would have finished by then. But we see now that Okobuje, which is the real storyteller in the story, was still having something to tell these children every evening. Every nightfall, these children, all of them gather around the tree, Ovu. That is what I call the tree. A big tree where all they are listening to this storytelling. it was fascinating because storytelling is not just throwing out data there, you are connecting. People are interested in sharing that moment, that time together, in learning from each other. That in itself is a different type of storytelling. It is highly vital in its own right. But the one we are talking about today, which is business storytelling, is slightly different from that, in that when you tell this type of story, you have a clear agenda. Okay, let me say a clear objective. You need to know why you are telling this story. You need to know who is your audience. Now, you see, the story I was referring to in my village, because as a child, I participated in those type of story that as little children, we go to meet the elder who will tell us story and we will feel so satisfied. That type of story, the elder doesn't need to know me personally before he can tell me that story. He doesn't need to know my need as a person before he can, because we are just a group of children. We don't need to have any special desire to participate in those kind of storytelling. But in business storytelling, you need to know who are the audience, who are these people, what do they want, what do they want to learn from me, what kind of message do I need to pass to them. Until this is clear, you cannot measure whether your storytelling is successful or not.